Hello, welcome back to NSUSpartans.com. Ross Gordon joined by the head coach of the Norfolk State University softball team, Coach Heidi Cavallo. First of all, Coach Cavallo, 3-game sweep over Delaware State. The Spartans now 14-1 in conference play. And a great pitching outing today from Liz Riley, who got 2 wins of the 3 games this weekend.
Right. We came out and we were ready to play this weekend, and it was really nice to get the sweep versus a strong Del State in our Northern Division, and Liz did a really good job of shutting them down today.
The last 2 games were more of a hitting game for you. The first game was a nip and tuck game, won in extra innings, but it was good to see the bats come alive in those second and third games.
Right. It was. I think the first game we were a little nervous just about our hitting, but then we definitely picked it up game 2 and 3.
We talk a little bit about that solid pitching over the last 2 games. You gave up 4 runs this series. Mm-hmm. And again, as a pitching coach and as a coach that likes to see great defense and great pitching, has to be proud against a team that took 1 game away from Hampton thus far. It's good to see the team really step up in the pitching circle.
Absolutely. Our goal is to make our ERA go down and their ERA go up the next few weekends, and we did a really good job of that and controlling their hitters, and that's key going into the big conference weekend versus Hampton and then conference tournament.
Swinging the bat, led by Elena Moriarty this weekend. Great weekend for her at the dish. Talk a little about what she saw this weekend.
When Allie sees the ball well, she drives it, and definitely her first at bat today. And this weekend she saw the ball really well. And when she's on, it seems to be that a lot of us are on. So it was great to have her on this weekend.
One thing you can say is the people are starting to be a little bit more careful about how they pitch to Haley Ward, so other people will see pitches, and the second and third batters are really seeing the ball really well in Moriarty and Whitney Williams, the freshman.
Absolutely. Finally people are not throwing to Haley, and we saw that this weekend, and that's where we ended up moving our lineup around where we traditionally have Haley third. That way Whitney and Allie could see better pitches.
With us today, we have a pitcher for Norfolk State, Liz Riley, as Riley steps up to us. Liz, first of all, let's talk a little about today's game. Another shutout for this pitching staff. Talk a little about how you were feeling on the mound.
I was feeling really good. I was a lot more relaxed than what I have been, and I was just trying to work the corners and not just throw one pitch. I was working both sides of the plate evenly.
I think one thing that was good today for you was you pitched out of a lot of problems, and you saw runners on second and third, but you didn't let that bother you. Your defense really took care of things. Talk a little about what it's like as a pitcher to have the defense play so well behind you.
It's awesome. I mean, I've always kind of been one of those defensive pitchers. I don't really get a lot of strikeouts, but I try to produce ground balls. And Haley, in left field was just catching everything, and Allie was turning double plays like she does it all the time, and it was great.
Also, what was great is you get some run support here, giving up no runs, and we scored 6 for you. That has to make it easy for you as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It makes me a lot more relaxed, and when I do get in jams, even if those runners do score, I know that we're still ahead, so it does make me a lot more relaxed when I'm out there.
2 more weekend games, week games, as we face George Mason on Wednesday, but then a big weekend next weekend. Talk a little about what you want to get from the week of practice in this last 2 games.
I definitely just want to harden down on hitting my spots, and same thing with staying relaxed and really focus on just my mental game and being tough up there.
Thank you. As the Spartans improve now to 14-1 in conference play, 23-18 overall, as the Spartans have George Mason on Wednesday, and then they travel over across the bay to take on Hampton next weekend. Then we thank you for, the first weekend in May, the weekend of the 4th. So we thank Coach Cavallo, and we also thank Liz for their help here today. I'm Ross Gordon. Thank you for watching NSUSpartans.com.